Hi, I'm Hazel, and these are the 7 steps you can take to master the most efficient artifact power gathering in Legion. These are ordered with the best use of time at the top, so start with step 1 and then work your way through until you run out of time or your fingers fall off. By doing these activities, I earned my 50-second trait for Concordance of Legionfall back on May 8th, over a week ago and well before anyone in my guild. Here's how. Step 1. World Quests. There's a lot to do here, but it's also the easiest content and you can jump right in without planning or organizing a group. Start with the Broken Shore quests and clear all of them. The AP ones tend to give a lot of AP, and every single world quest out there gives you war supplies. Turn in 100 war supplies at Deliverance Point to get a big artifact token that can double from the Legionfall United Order research buff. It's pretty juicy. Plus, if you're lucky, you might snag a legendary from the chest that comes with the AP. Once you've cleaned out the Broken Shore, move on to doing your emissary. Finally, clear the entire map of quests that can grant artifact power. That takes some time, but it goes quick if you have flying and if you make smart use of the group finder for quests with easily shared credit. You can skip the pet battle AP quests if you're short on time. Pet battles are a bit of a road stop and the AP they give is kinda pathetic. Using an add-on such as World Quest Tracker or World Quest List makes it easy to quickly identify AP quests and plan your route. I recommend using a combat follower that you've blinged out with a Shard of Twisting Nether or Pouch of Wonder if you can get your hands on one. With that, every world quest you do gives you a little token worth about 10% of an AP quest. It's not a lot, but those add up, especially if you're clearing the map of AP. Another reason to do it is all those world quests will give you rep, which builds towards earning Paragon chests. Those are a guaranteed large AP token as well as gold and a chance at mounts. All the World Quest AP tokens have a chance to double once you've got Legionfall United, which makes clearing your map every day add up really fast. PvP world quests are of special note, even if they don't directly grant AP. They give a lot of honor, and if you haven't reached Honor Prestige 1 yet, you're going to be leveling up like crazy. Honor levels often grant you Glory of the Melee, which is a juicy AP token that doesn't hurt. Whenever you're in position to knock out a PvP world quest, it's a good idea to do it. If you're still not sold on doing a truckload of world quests, you should be informed that doing it gives you fat stacks of gold. Set up that combat follower with the right gear and you could be making up to a bonus 125 gold per world quest. When I was going hard, I was picking up an extra 20k gold per week just from that bonus alone, and I don't even have a Pouch of Wonder yet. Step 2. Raid the latest raid. In 7.2, killing a Nighthold boss guarantees an AP token. It's highly likely that this honor will pass forward to the Tomb of Sargeras once that raid opens. For now, raid Nighthold to the best of your ability every week on multiple difficulties if possible. I do Heroic and Normal every week and those 20 tokens go far. LFR guarantees tokens also if you have the patience for it. You can do older Legion raids too if you're overachieving or also grinding legendaries, but those raids are not guaranteed to drop tokens and the tokens that do drop are quite a bit smaller. Step 3. Push Mythic Plus as high as you can go. Finishing a high-level Mythic Plus key will give you a nice hit of artifact power, but that's not the juicy part. The juicy part is the bonus chest at the end of the week with that piece of gear and AP dump. That AP token scales up in direct correlation to the level of key you completed last week, so go hard and go far. You don't have to beat the timer for it to count, you just have to finish the dungeon. Be brave and waddle through the biggest key that you can scrounge up with your friends. Step 4. The Mythic Zero World Tour. While a great source of those gold-giving bloods and legendary chances, doing a world tour every week is also a huge source of artifact power. Every boss you kill has a chance to drop you a nice-sized AP token, and there are a lot of bosses. You'll also pick up AP from the odd chest that you find kicking around. While in there, you can clear up any dungeon-based world quests which could grant even more AP. By doing every Mythic dungeon on regular difficulty once a week, I get just as much artifact power as I do from all of my raiding. Step 5. 200% artifact power missions on your Order Hall mission board. This should probably be higher up on the list because regardless of how little time you have to play WoW, you can do this. You don't even have to be home. Either at your class hall or by opening up the Legion Companion app on your phone, send out any and all artifact power missions that pop up at 200%. That guarantees you 2 healthy-sized tokens per mission, both of which have a chance to double just like World Quest tokens. It's a great feeling to log onto the game and have 6 fat AP tokens sitting in your bags, all because you were a smart cookie who sent out a few missions while you were out. Step 6. The Repeatable grind, Mythic Plus. At this point, you've done everything that's time sensitive and lockout based. If you've done steps 1 through 5 and your fingers are still firmly attached to your hands, you can dive into the Repeatable grind to keep you busy until Tuesday. For PvE, that means running Mythic Plus keys. In 7.2, target the highest keys that you can 3-chest. Once the changes to Mythic Plus take effect in 7.2.5, you'll want to do the highest key that you can finish in a reasonable amount of time without pulling your hair out. Every dungeon will give you a prize of artifact power depending on how high the key was. You can repeat this to infinity, so knock yourself out. Step 7, the alternate grind, PvP. If you've done steps 1 through 5 and step 6 makes you want to cry, consider the alternate repeatable source of artifact power, PvP. You get really nice amounts of AP for all sorts of competitive activities. Do daily battleground wins, skirms, weekly RPG wins, arena wins, brawls, whatever your heart tells you. Now, this is only a good use of your time if you actually like PvP. Having said that, if you have a good group or the raw skills to quickly win your first skirm and random battleground of the day, you totally should. I believe in you. So those are the 7 activities that I focus on for AP in descending order of priority. Next, I want to share my 4 best tips to help you leverage your time spent into a greater AP payoff. The first tip is be aware of your artifact knowledge and when your new research is coming in. You can check this anytime on your mission interface and even on your phone with a companion app. I like to stockpile war supplies and then spend 8 or 9 turn-ins worth on the day that my research comes in. Similarly, consider holding off on killing a world boss with an AP reward, and definitely hold off on opening your weekly chest until after you upgrade your knowledge in a given week. Otherwise, you're basically wasting AP. The second tip is to stay on top of the active Broken Shore building buffs. There are 4 in particular that help you out with your AP grind. The buildings spawn with one of a rotating list of buffs, so keep an eye on them for the good ones. The command center can have worthy champions, which guarantees you 1 piece of legendary champion equipment. You want that because that's your best shot at a Pouch of Wonder or Shard of Twisting Nether for bonus AP tokens whenever you do a world quest. The command center's war effort buff will get you extra war supplies, which you can turn in directly for AP. The mage tower has 2 good buffs to watch out for. Power Overwhelming can grant you extra tokens when you do an AP world quest, and Knowledgeable can grant you extras when you kill dungeon or raid bosses. Both of those are a huge boost to clearing the map or doing the world tour in raids, and you will be kicking yourself if you forget to pick up the buff before you start. For some ungodly reason, you need to actually go to Deliverance Point and turn on the buff after construction finishes in order to benefit. To keep track of which buildings are going up and what buffs they're currently granting, I like to use the building tracker found on Wowhead's front page. The third tip is to track your artifact power progress against your guild using an automatically created Google spreadsheet. This won't technically get you more AP, but if you're anything like me, it'll motivate the pants off you to stick with your grind. You can see your ranking among guildies in both weekly and overall artifact power earned, as well as mythic dungeons done, world quests completed, and more. Check out my guide to setting up your own guild ranking sheet linked in the info below. The last tip is don't stress, at least before artifact knowledge 50. It's okay and even smart to take it easy so you don't burn out while we're waiting for our max artifact knowledge. After I hit 52 in Concordance, I basically retired from all of this while I wait for my research and catch up on the rest of my life. If you fall behind in AP but continue to collect research, it'll be blindingly easy to catch up later if you start grinding again after research is finished. That's my plan. Queuing order research is another one of those things that you can do on your phone with the app. I like to set myself a phone reminder to ping me when the research is ready, so I can queue another one right away with the app and keep things moving along. The last thing is because of the way that they've constructed the 7.2 AP grind, your later points will cost you exponentially more than the earlier points. Even if you grind your pants off every day, you'll only be a few points ahead of people doing the bare minimum. Do however much AP grinding is comfortable and fun for you. So that's my best info for maxing out your artifact power grind. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Please consider leaving me a like if you liked it, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye!